from the global resources of Veterans Media Services. This is Veterans Newsline with Dave Ryba.
Welcome. Today is Veterans Day 2010, and we are coming to you today from the Wisconsin Veterans Home in Union Grove for the Veterans Day ceremony here. There's going to be plenty of activities on hand, plenty of speakers. In just a moment, we will be talking to Donna Williams, who is the Deputy Secretary of State of the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs. Also speaking today will be Frank Osenka. He's the chairman of the Legacy Museum and Veterans of the U.S. Marine Corps Force Reconnaissance. And Robin Voss, State Representative, 63rd Assembly District. So, without any further ado, let's check out this event today. Joining me today is Deputy Secretary for Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs, Donna Williams. Donna, to begin with, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here today on this Veterans Day?
Well, today we're having the Veterans Day ceremony, and it's here at the Union Grove Veterans Home, and the cemetery is right down the road, and we do it here so that the veterans here in the home, our members, can come to attend the ceremony, as well as anybody else in the community.
And can you give us a little bit of rundown on this facility here? What type of veterans come to this facility? What are their needs? What do they get here? What kind of help or assistance does the state provide for them?
We have a skilled nursing facility here, as well as assisted living facility, and the veterans, all from World War II all the way up to current veterans, anybody who's eligible to come to the home that we can take care of, we'd like them to come out and show them our facility and show them what we have to offer here.
And anything the folks watching at home today that you'd like to say on this Veterans Day 2010?
Well, I wish to thank all the veterans for their service to our nation and appreciate what they've done with their sacrifices from themselves and their families.
Well, thank you very much, Donna, for joining us and giving us a few minutes of your valuable time today.
Thank you very much.
And let's take a look and see how today's events shape up.
With us today is Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs Deputy Secretary Donna Williams. We also have Chairman of the Legacy Museum and the Veterans Center in Racine, Dr. Frank Osenka. We also have State Representative of the 63rd Assembly District, Robin Voss, with us today. And we would like to open the ceremony with posting of colors from the Union Grove Legion Post 171.
Veterans Day is a time to honor all the outstanding men and women who have served our nation's armed forces since its founding more than 234 years ago. President Calvin Coolidge was known as Silent Cal because he didn't say very much, but he was positively profound when he said, "The nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten." Our veterans worked hard to ensure our freedoms and privileges for us. They have done, and continue to do, the job needed and provide a military force to protect our nation and fight for liberty around the world. From the beginnings of our nation to the current conflicts, Americans have always been patriotic, and it has always been through the strength, courage, and sacrifice of our military forces that we are able to carry on as a free nation. Our veterans range in age from 18 to 98. In Wisconsin, they've gone from the black hats of the Civil War to the black berets of today. Over 332,000 Wisconsinites have served during World War II, with nearly 8,400 of them losing their lives. World War II veterans are our oldest and our wisest, part of our greatest generation. And of course, we have a fine veterans population right here in Union Grove Veterans Home. We appreciate your service and all you've done. What we have seen over the many generations is a common purpose of duty and sacrifice, serving proudly and doing a job that needs to be done for the sake of our nation. The hearts of our service members have not changed over the generations. They carry the same dreams of previous generations, of returning to everyday life at home with a house, a good job, education, health care, hopes for a successful future for themselves and their families. These aren't easy times for Americans right now. Today's veterans are not returning home to a thriving economy. Instead, they are facing joblessness, home foreclosures, and also may be dealing with issues related to their service, maybe psychological or physical impairments. And now, more than ever, our veterans need the support of all our citizens. We are all here today to honor those who have served, and it shows great solidarity when we support our troops. We need them back when they come home and transition to be from veteran to state civilian. It's what our black hats fought for during the Civil War, what our World War I and II veterans, Korean veterans, Vietnam veterans, Afghanistan, Iraq, Desert Storm, all our veterans have fought throughout our history to ensure our freedoms. In spite of the sacrifices that all veterans have made and the horrors that many have endured and experienced, the overwhelming majority are proud to have served. 19th century British philosopher John Stuart Mill summed up the necessity of this special group of people when he wrote, "War is an ugly thing, but not the ugliest of things. The decayed state of moral and patriotic feeling which thinks that nothing is worth war is much worse. The person who has nothing for which he is willing to fight, nothing which is more important than his own personal safety, is a miserable creature and has no chance of being free unless made and kept so by the exertions of better men than himself." Mill had it right. Fortunately for all of us, America has been blessed throughout its history with such men and women. Never underestimate the power of simply saying thank you to a veteran you encounter. There are approximately 23 million living Americans who have earned the title, including those who continue to serve in military uniform. On this Veterans Day, let's all honor and thank our veterans by remembering our promise to take care of them. They deserve our support right now and through the 21st century. Thank you for being here. God bless America, and God bless our veterans.
Since the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, when an armistice was declared between the Allied nations and Germany in the First World War, the people of this great nation have taken time to reflect upon those who have sacrificed defending America. So it is that we are gathered here today to show our deep gratitude to the millions of past and present soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen dedicated to the protection of the United States of America. It is because of them that we are free to gather here. We can sleep in peace each night, secure in the knowledge that we have a military in place, ready to go anywhere and do anything to defend our nation. Let us take a moment to honor these brave men and women who are serving in our country, especially in post-9/11 conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq. Keep in mind that they are all volunteers, and many of them have served multiple and extended tours of duty in the war. Veterans membership groups join or support community veterans fraternal groups such as the American Legion, the Vietnam Veterans of America, VFW, Marine Corps League, 82nd Airborne, and many, many others. And these organizations should make special effort to reach out to current returning veterans to welcome them home and into their ranks. Help the new veteran to re-enter the civilian world after returning from a very alien and dangerous environment in Iraq and Afghanistan. Those of you who have not had the opportunity to serve in the uniform can give generously to annual fundraising drives of the various veterans groups. These groups should also make a conscious effort to establish a positive relationship with the local news media in order to keep the veteran story before the public. Check your local editors and program managers for news releases. As veterans, we need to reach out to veterans of the current wars and help those who are unemployed or underemployed. We should point out to potential employers the command leadership in challenging environmental workplace adjustments in war zones that these young men and women have experienced, resulting in maturity and a positive sense of job responsibility. They know how to assess the situation, they know how to plan, they know how to get a job done. These young corporals and sergeants and officers are outstanding leaders and will be so in any environment in which they are occupied.